welcome back to RachandBellaCrafts. Rachel here. I hope you're all well. Before I start, I just want to say a huge, massive thank you and a welcome to our new subscribers. Literally in the middle of me doing this video, I've just had a text from Mum. We have just reached 5,000 subscribers. So a huge, huge, huge thank you to you all. We are so grateful and so excited. This is amazing. I'm so pleased. Okay, right, on with the video because I promised not to waffle today. So what I got for you today is a really simple, easy, quick tutorial, and I'm going to show you how I've decorated them. I've already decorated them. I will show you my kind of like finished product, and then I've done a little video of me kind of like some of the process, which I'll put on at the end, which I'll speed up a bit for you. So if you wanted to see how I got my pages the way I have, you can hang on and watch that. And if you don't, that's fine, no problem at all. Can I just ask at this point as well that if you are here with us and you have still watching, would you mind leaving us a like? And if you haven't yet subscribed and you enjoy the content of the video, if you'd subscribe, that would mean an awful lot to us. And leave us a comment if you wouldn't mind, because it'd be lovely to hear from you all. Okay, so what we are going to be working on today is a pocket, but you could also use it as an envelope. So it's all according to your composition, the sizes of the pages that you use. I'm working with the pages from the book that I've gutted because I don't want to waste the book pages, so hence a lot of book page projects. I have already prepared my sections for my pockets. And I'll just quickly explain to you what I've done. So I took my block, I can't remember the name of it now, I could remember earlier, I can't remember now. I used some of my distress ink, and I didn't have a spray bottle. I couldn't find my little water spray bottle. How sad is that? So I had to, don't laugh, I had to use a cough medicine, and that isn't cough mixture, and I promise, I used a cough mixture cap. And I just flicked a bit of water on there, so it did the job anyway. Made it nice and wet, and then I took my book pages and I dipped it in like this, and then I went and put them on the floor in front of the fire and let them dry, and then I did the next bit. So that's how I got the different colours, and these obviously I've done further layers to as well. On top of that, then I've used some of the distress mix sprays as well. So that's how my pages are, the colours they are. On the back pages, I've then just very roughly gone over them with some gesso. Oh, good job I checked that, there's the lid one on. Just to kind of give it a little bit of texture, and I just think it makes it a much easier surface then if you want to stamp on it or anything like that, because you're not dealing too much then with the print underneath. So that's how I prep my pages. They're all nice and dry now. They've all thoroughly warmed by the fire and look nice and interesting. So, like I was saying, nice easy project. And simply all we're going to do is this. So I've taken a book page, I folded it in half, and I glued it. So that's the first bit. So you'll have to just kind of, you know, grab your book page and get a book page. I haven't cut any of the edges either. I wanted it to look rough. I've literally just taken the one and I folded it in half. And then you need to glue that shut. Okay, so that's the first stage. And then obviously I did all my paper dye-in. So the next thing we're going to do before we go any further is I'm just going to round off my corners here. Now this is going to be the back, and it's going to fold down. But when it folds down, I want my print to be upside down, because I haven't actually read this whole book. I'm not entirely certain what all the words say, so I'm just going to try and like reduce the impact of that by having what's on view upside down. So this bit here is going to over the top of there and be fixed into place. Where's my glue stick? Okay, so time for the oohoo. Round there, and round there. Now this is a no sew project, but you can sew if you want to, but you don't have to sew to do this project. So simply just want to make sure that if you're not going to stitch it, make sure you've got it fixed in place well, because obviously being a pocket, it's going to have a lot of, you know, pulling on it. So you want to make sure that you've got all that stuck on there really, really well. Now what I did find was where I folded and glued my front pages, and then when I wet them after, some of my, they started to rise a bit. You might want, if you do the same as that, you might want to just go around and make sure all your edges are glued into place properly. Right, so that's the first bit. That's our pocket. So there we are. We've got a nice good size area in there. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to, I'm going to round these corners off next. and then we're going to fold. So usual rule, we're going to leave like a finger's width, and then we're going to bring down our flap, our envelope flap. So like I say, you can either make it as an envelope or you can use it as a pocket. You can either place it on a page like that with the flap then able to be opened up, or you can, you know, affix it as an envelope and pop it in with a paper clip or something like that, or put it into another pocket, whatever you want to do. But obviously if you put it on a page, so give me a page, we'll use this one to inked it. If you're going to place that onto a page, you will have, you'd fix it into place by gluing that edge there and that edge there, and the bottom obviously, but leave the back open, so you've got a pocket there, and then you've obviously then got another further section inside. So that's the basic construction. That was it. It's as simple as that. We literally, I'm going to just show you again in case you missed it because I was waffling. So I took my book page, which I turned this way up. I did my corners, which I may as well actually just do them all at the beginning. You don't have to round off your corners. You wouldn't leave them square if you want to. It's all personal preference. I just think for this kind of thing, I like them to be rounded off. Okay, so we've taken our folded in half page. I'm just going to glue the 3 edges, and then we're going to fix that into place on top of the first book page. I'm just going to stick that down, and then we're going to take the top, leaving that nice gap there, and we're going to bring it down. So you should be able to see the gap here, like that's where you're looking to see, make sure you've kept, you don't want to fold it right the way down. Again, you can if you really want to, but I just think it looks nicer like this. And that's it, there's your pocket. So that's the basic construction of the pocket. And I'm going to do one more, just to be sure that you've got what we're doing. And then, I see I told you it was going to be nice and simple and easy, didn't I? And then I'm going to show you then how I've decorated it. And I'm going to give you a couple of tips for your, for the surface. So, as I say, you don't have to sew with this project, but you can if you want to. So I've got a really good corner cutter somewhere. Do you think I can find it? I was using it, I'm sure I was using it the other day. If any of you have seen it recently in the video, let me know. It might still be there. I'll have to go and find it. But no, I started tidying, didn't I? Always a mistake. Right, so let's turn that the right way around. Let's glue that into place. And then we've got 3 pockets, and these are just so easy. This is the sort of thing you could be sitting, mass making in front of the TV at night on your lap. And you could have them all made up ready. But like I say, if you're gonna do stuff, treat your pages rather than just use plain page, I would do all of that before you put the pocket together, before you start to construct, because I did do the first one first and then tried to like dye the pages and on. It was really complicated because it was just getting like, it wasn't drying properly and one thing or another. So there we go. So that's our 3 pockets. Easy as pie. Right, let me just explain to you now how I've decorated mine. So pop those over there a minute. So this is the first one that I've done. And what I've done with this one is where I've obviously added the gesso to the paper, I've then been able to stamp quite clearly over the top of it. I have stitched this, and I've purposely done this really messy kind of, you know, rough stitch, and I've also pulled the thread and I've stitched back over the thread to give that kind of clumpy look on the front, which I think is really cool. I've done a little cluster here then with some of the, sorry, I got hiccups, some of the elements out of our new travel kit. And then inside, excuse me, let me just glue that right. Inside then, I have got some pieces of the, just out of our travel journal kit. But what I've done is I've covered up the section. So you can make your basic book page pocket, but then you can cover it with, you know, attractive cardstock you could put on there, or just whatever decorative papers you've got. You know, you could even cover it with a bit of music paper, whatever, but, you know, collage over the top if you want to, just to give it a bit more, well, I don't know, character. I just thought that looked quite nice, especially if you, like I say, you don't really want the print that's underneath. But yeah, I really like that one, and of course it fits my travel theme. So like I say, with the cluster on the front then. And then if you're not going to secure the pocket in place, obviously you'll be thinking at the back. I've just stamped over that. I haven't done anything too fussy because I'm probably going to stick this into the journal. But so that's the first one there. And like I say, with my thread's a bit messy as well. And then the second one, this is my favourite one, I did this. So the inside is, you know, pretty, you can see on this one the distress ink as well. I've used that splattered thing. I've done a different stitch around this one. I've done like a wavy loose stitch on it. And then on the front, I've taken another section of a book page. So what I basically did was I took my curly ruler and I've taken another page that I've decorated in the same way, and I've just taken that, then I put another bit of paper on the back to reinforce it, and then I added some of this lovely lace that Mandy sent to me, and I put a bit of that over the top to kind of like give it a belly band effect, and then I stitched over it then like you would with a snippy cluster or a snippet even. Now I had intended to leave it as a belly band, but I was talking to my son at the time and I forgot, and I just glued all the way across. So, but there we are. But you can leave it so you would have then like a little tuck spot behind it. And then this beautiful little creation here, I actually sat and stitched while we were watching Fear of the Walking Dead tonight. So this has been made from antique lace, and I have just taken snippets, and I might show you how I did that in my next video. So I'm not going to say any more about that, but I like it very much. So I'm quite excited about putting that in my journal. So yeah, so that's another idea in the way that you can decorate it. Now, what I've also done with this one was I made a mix of, I know we call it PVA glue here. I'm not sure if that's what you call it where you are, but it's just the white glue that you use to seal stuff. So, you know, you put it on the walls before you put your wallpaper on. You put it in your cement before you lay your bricks, and you also use it to stick paper if you're in school. So what I did was I got, I don't know, I did like my little paint tray. I put a little bit of that in there. I put a bit of water in with it, mixed it then with the paintbrush, and I just did like a wash over the envelope, and it does actually feel quite, you know, a lot firmer really than just the paper on its own does. So and it does give it a really nice sheen as well. So yeah, I was really pleased with that. And of course I've stamped some various things in underneath. But yeah, so that's 2 ideas. I'm not going to give you any more than that because I know you're really smart and will come up with your own. I don't want to keep my video short. But that's 2 ideas for what you can do with these lovely, simple, really easy book page pockets. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, hang around if you want to see how the process of which I did to decorate my papers to make them the colour they were. I'll do a little short video after this now, if you want to stay and watch that bit. If not, thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for all your support and for getting us to 5,000 subbies. Oh, I can't believe it. I'm not going to sleep tonight now. I'm so excited. Oh, hang on a second. I've got another one under here. I forgot about this one. Look at that. I stitched that earlier, look, and I put him under there to flatten him. There we are. That's another one I just stamped that one. There you go. So I did do 3. I wonder what I've done with it. I'm losing the plot, guys. Right, I'm going to have to go to bed. And if you don't mind leaving us a comment and a like if you haven't already done so, we would really, really appreciate that. Other than that, have a great day, and I will be back with you very soon. Take care now. Bye.